Wake up, wake up. We ain't done. The NCAA. Oh my God, I'm losing my mind. This ain't college basketball. This is what's really going on in the world, y'all. The NAACP files a lawsuit against the U.S. Department of Homeland Security for denying Haitian immigrants their rights. Since when have they been doing that? This should have been done a long time ago, but Cornell William Brooks, the president of the NAACP, speaking during a recent event at Al Sharpton's National Action Network. Will we ever see action? That's the question. See, in Baltimore, Maryland, where there is a lot of Haitians, the U.S. Department of Homeland Security decision to rescind the temporary protective status, that is called TPS, in case y'all don't know, the designation for Haitian immigrants, discriminates against immigrants of color in violation of the Fifth Amendment. Of course it is. According to the new law filed today on behalf of the National Association of the Advancement of Colored People, NAACP, by the NAACP Legal Defense and Educational Fund, LDF, in the U.S. District Court of the District of Maryland. The lawsuit, in what they did, it basically states this. The Department of Homeland Security, former acting secretary Elaine Duke, and current security staff for the Department of Homeland Security, Kristen Nielsen, took a rational and she took a radical demonstration of discriminatory government action by denying the Haitian immigrants their rights to due process and equal protection under the Fifth Amendment. You see, not just Haitians, but everybody under the Fifth Amendment has this right for equal protection. This is very important because a lot of you guys out there don't understand that. The NAACP, acting on behalf of its Haitian members who are TPS protected, argued that the DHS intended to discriminate against Haitian immigrants living in the United States because of their race and national origin. This is a simple case. Our democracy rests on the bedrock principle that every person is equal before the law. Governmental decisions that target people based on racial discrimination violates our Constitution. You see, the President and Director Counsel of the NAACP Legal Defense and Educational Fund Incorporated, the decision by the Department of Homeland Security to rescind this thing right here, every step was taken by the department to reach their decision, reveals that far from a rational and fact-based determination, this decision was driven and calculated, determined, and intentionally discrimination against Haitian immigrants. See, you don't understand. This action that they did to rescind it was clearly racially motivated. Said by Derek Johnson, too, by the NAACP. The U.S. Constitution prohibits singling out certain immigrants for harsh treatment based on their skin color or ethnicity. But far from that, basic fairness against draconian action taken by DHS under this director, or not the director, but the President of the United States, Trump. The lawsuit seeks to enjoin the Department of Homeland Security's November 17th decision to rescind temporary protective status for Haitian immigrants, as it reflects on the egregious departure from the TPS statutes, requirements, and the intent to discriminate on the basis of race. They've already raped, this country has raped Haiti of its independence. You guys have taken everything from them. You've taken their land. You're raiding their mines that has diamonds. You've enslaved these people to dig for the diamonds. In the meantime, keeping them in poverty. keep them surrounded in trash and garbage and having them scour through it. This is what's happening to the people of Haiti. Haiti's not one of the poorest countries in the world. You've limited their ability to be self-sufficient. They would have been self-sufficient. You guys crippled them for your own greed. And there's no other country to blame but the one we're living in right now for what has happened to Haiti. And no, I am not Haitian, but I know what this nation has done. And you should know too. So that's what this is about. Now, the lawsuit also asked the court to go ahead and declare the DHS violated the U.S. Constitution on the rule of law, of course, and the rescinding the Haitian TPS and to declare the action void without legal force. As evidence of the intent to discriminate, the lawsuit cites public reporting that the DHS sought crime data on Haitians with TPS, as well as information on how many Haitian nations were receiving public benefits. The lawsuit alleges that the department's effort to gather the specific data on Haitian, the designees, or designees, or whatever, the trades or false of anti-black stereotypes and criminality and exploitation of public benefits, and suggests the effort to manufacture a public safety rationale for the plain recession. The complaint further alleges that Trump's history of his hostility towards immigrants or people of color was a contributing factor in the decision of the rescinding of the Haitian TPS. For example, in a recent reported White House meeting with several U.S. senators, Trump disparaged a draft immigration plan that protected people from Haiti, El Salvador, and some African countries, and noted his plan was his preference for immigrants was mostly white European countries. Early in 2017, the president suggested that Haitians all have AIDS. Upon learning that 15,000 Haitians have received visas to enter the United States, he reportedly asked, "Why do we need more Haitians?" It's disheartening to see the Haitian community targeted and mistreated in this way, but it's also not surprising. The decision reflects a shameful and persistent pattern of conduct by the administration in which racial stereotypes drive policy decisions. And that's what we need to focus on here. This is why you have to be aware, awake, and on your feet. And you got to get involved. Because if you don't get involved, the next day it's going to affect you. And you're going to be looking for help. But when you could have helped and could have got help, you didn't help. Haitians immigrants, they received first temporary protective status in 2010 as part of the Department of Homeland Security's efforts to assist the country after it was struck by an earthquake of 7.0 magnitude, one of the deadliest earthquakes in history that happened to Haiti. And when people lose lives and go through tragedy, other people use that as an opportunity to come in and take advantage of their pain and their circumstance and their illnesses and people who are in dire need. People prey on that. The same thing that's happening in Puerto Rico right now. Multiple hurricanes, the cholera outbreak, and DHS announced its plan to terminate temporary protective status for Haiti, which would go into effect in May of 2019, ignoring the bipartisan's pleas to extend the TPS designation for Haiti immigrants. Our great nation fought a civil war to establish the bedrock principle that the government may not discriminate against any person, whether a citizen or non-citizen, based on that person's race or ethnicity. The NAACP stands ready to challenge any violation on that principle, and as of today's action, it clearly demonstrates. So, let's see what happens down the road. So, I just wanted to keep you guys aware. Make sure you stay in tune and follow with what's going on with this lawsuit, because it's very important. It's extremely important. Do not ignore it. I'm out.